what kind of debacle we got going on here. It doesn't look good. See what we're putting on here? You see that? Ooh, so here's what we got. Like I said, this is just a 2-inch spacer. What we're doing is we're trying to get this set as close to 110-inch tread setting as possible. I wash this thing and then all the gunk gets stuck behind all the nooks and crannies. From the factory, this thing was at 122 center of tire to center of tire, which would be great if I had 30-inch rows, because I would straddle 4 of them. If I had a 6-row corn head, I'd straddle 4 of them. But I'm trying to get it down to narrow it up to get to 110. So why do I need a spacer if I want to narrow it up? That would make it wider, right? Well, this dish on the rim, so it's 14 inches from this bead to the rim center, and then on this side, how dirty it is, it's 8 inches from the bead to the rim center, so it's offset in there a little bit. So by swapping them around, by turning the wheel around the other direction, I'll gain 8 inches each side. So just by turning the wheels around, I get it 8 inches closer. But then I run into, like, I get really close to shields and stuff like that. Well, I can show you on the other side. We got that one just turned around. I'm not gonna leave it like this. This tire's just on here backwards. I just wanted to make sure I could do this. So I did one side first and just flipped it around, see if it would actually clear, if I had enough room. I was worried about these final drives. They got them little ears sticking out, and I was worried I would catch the rim on there. And there's another one up there. I don't know why they have. I was thinking I'm gonna have to cut those off, but they clear. I can get my finger in there about. So there's not a lot of room, but there's 3/4 of an inch or 1/2 inch. So unless I'm driving through, 3 foot of mud, it shouldn't really be a problem. But now, had I set that without the spacer, I mean, I'd be dangerously close to rubbing, if not rubbing. So I just wanted to see if this would go on, see if it would fit, see what my clearance was before I got real crazy and took both tires off, which I'm nervous about. But I think I did a pretty good job of blocking. So with these spacers and dishing them in, I move the tires in 6 inches each side. So 122 inches minus 12 inches, you know, 6 inches each side, puts me at 110. So that's pretty darn close. Oh boy, we got them both off. Spooky. It's just sitting here on them blocks. Time to be extra careful. So here's a good example of the stubble damage we're getting on them tires. The damage that's done is done, but we can stop it from going further. So, alright. Wish me luck. Well, she's down on her own all fours again. Still got my pile of blocks to pick up under there, but here's what we did. Swing this over here. So yeah, I moved that tire in 6 inches and the other one 6 inches. So it should be set on about 110, dead center. We can measure it if you don't believe me. Okay, let's see how close we got. So, if you can see the manufacturer's seam there, right there it is. And we're about pretty darn close to it. We're within 1/4 of an inch. Probably can't see, there's the seam, comes right down through that lug, and here it is. So let's go over here and see what this side measures. And I got this up on a little jack here, and can you see the seam? I can see it right here, see it? 110 inches. Why is that significant? Why do I want it set at 110 instead of 122? Well, this is where the wide row shenanigans come in. We'll come over here to the corn head, and I know it's dark out here, or in here, whatever. And we'll just hook that right on that snoot there. And okay, so from roughly center of that snoot to here is 110, as you see right there. So we'll be straddling the rows. We'll straddle 1, 2, 3 rows, which is why we have a 5-row head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's what we did. So here's a 5-row John Deere. What a goofy operation we got here. So there we have it. I might have to narrow up that rear axle a little bit yet. As it sits now, it won't run over any stalks. I could leave that. I'll just be cutting 2 tracks through the field the way it looks. It'll be really close. I'll be cutting. It'll just look like I got super wide tires, I guess. But so yeah, I could have. I probably just went and bought some stock stompers and put them on my other 4-row corn head, and you know, save the tires a little bit that way. But I want to try to keep that trash standing up instead of laying on the ground, smashing flat. It seems like I have a lot of trouble getting planted into that stuff with you know, when I try to no-till. So I can keep that trash standing up and off the ground. I think that'll be better to just go in there and splice a couple rows in between. So there we have it. Wasn't as bad as I thought, but yeah, I'm glad it wasn't any hotter. So, all right, later.